Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. I am Mode Poupe, your resident Fabricant and commenter extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Disney movie starring The Rock and Emily Blunt called Jungle Cruise, based on the iconic, is it iconic? Iconic ride from Disneyland and Disney World. So, is it good? Is it bad? And should you be watching? Stick around because I have opinions. Disney's Jungle Cruise, a summer blockbuster starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt, based on that ride that you probably rode if you went to Disney World or Disneyland before. A log ride going through the Amazon. There's magic. There's natives. There's apparently a not quite Nazi on the trail. Emily Blunt and The Rock and Emily Blunt and her brother, and as they try to find this special petal, special flower to cure all disease and legends and all that stuff. It's very much out of the Indiana Jones playbook. Let's just be honest about that. This is all about traveling down the Amazon and seeing all the flora and fauna, and also there's magical stuff, and there's off the beaten path, and also there's a bad guy on your trail. We got to get to there first because he's going to do bad things with that. Very much in the line of Disney stuff. So, what did I like about this movie? Well, dang it, I just like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and I'm a big fan of Emily Blunt, and it's nice to see them in here. Um, I'm not surprised, but they are really pretty good together. They really play off of each other very well. I really enjoyed seeing them on screen together. Um, this it's a very familiar trope filled sort of ride, so you sort of know what you're getting into. There's a lot of fun little action, but it's very slapsticky action because this is very much geared more towards tweens and younger and their parents that are going to be watching this. So it's not a whole lot of really bad stuff. I mean, there is some stabbing going on, but it's not like, gory stabbing or anything like that. It's very much, like I said, like Pirates of the Caribbean sort of action and adventure. Um, it's full of dad jokes. Yeah, apparently everyone's making dad jokes a thing, like in everything. So if you don't like dad jokes, man, just get ready. Just get ready for them. It's a running gag in this whole thing. Um, you have Jesse Plemons, who is given what he's given to work with, plays a very hammed up uh, Nazi-ish, not quite Nazis because it's taking place in before in the midst of World War II. So it's like 1916, 1917, World War One. It's 1916, 1917. Not quite Nazi, but sort of got that little vibe going on. And he's got a sub, and he's going around. He's gonna do the bad things, and he's got to catch the main characters because reasons, and main characters got to run away from them because they're just in a dinky little boat. So all said, like I said, very hammy, but in some of the best ways. There is an interesting mythology to this that kind of leans into more native, you know, probably pseudo religious whatever stuff. It sounds like it could be plausible. I don't know because I don't know anything about the natives of the Amazon basin, but it sounds good. There is some subversion of tropes in here. It's actually quite fun when they do sort of present you with the idea of an Amazonian tribe, and then they kind of upend it, for laughs, but also it's more interesting because that's very much a stereotype. So, it's not all good. This movie isn't like a home run or anything. I think it's pretty good. Um, it's unfortunate, just sort of good and bad for good and bad reasons. It felt like a Disney park ride just kind of blown up, and it's very apparent in a certain action sequence when they're being chased by a submarine that it feels like you're sort of looking at a Hollywood backlot, you know, ride or something like that. CG gets a little wonky at times. It's very CG heavy in many parts because obviously they're not actually going to be on a river doing some of this stuff. So lots of CG. some of the stuff, like when they finally start, getting to the end of the ride, so to speak, it's pretty unbelievable. Some of the stuff some of the architecture and whatever, it's a little silly, but it feels very much again like, Indiana Jones ish. I don't quite believe The Rock in his role in some parts of this, especially when you realize who he really is, where he's from. It's just not quite. I can see that this movie wanted to be like sort of Pirates of the Caribbean, very influenced by its style, but it just doesn't quite make it because the story is a little thin. It's a little thin on the ground. Again, very trope filled, sort of rote, and not really introducing anything that's super original or whatever. This is a movie that's about a chase, yeah, a chase that doesn't have a lot of chase to it. A lot of not chase in this chase movie, and it was kind of weird. Um, at the end there's some romantic entanglement. It sort of comes out of left field. I didn't really quite know where it was coming from, given what had happened in the movie up to that point. And the villain's a little underwhelming. Even there's more than one villain, and they're a little, they seem cool, but I've sort of seen all this stuff before, and just weren't all that compelling. I didn't ever feel like they were like a major problem that were having to be dealt with. So just a little weakness on the villains. But overall, this is has fun action sequences. The Rock's super charming. Emily Blunt's super charming. Jack Whitehall as the brother McGregor, he's super charming. There's there's a little sort of oblique reference to his sexuality that will kind of go over the heads of most kids, but if you're a grown up, you'll get it. Um, but he's really cool, and just a lot of the set pieces and everything. It's all real fun. I really enjoyed it as far as those things are concerned. But I think overall, it's an all right movie. So if you have kids, sure, take them out to see this. They might get a kick out of this. I think if you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, this will feel like a a sort of half-hearted, maybe not even half-hearted, wholehearted attempt that falls short of trying to be the next Pirates of the Caribbean. So, all right, that's how I felt about this movie. What did you guys think about the movie? And what did you think about my review? Why don't you get down to the comments? Let me know what you're thinking. Of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow at gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. I'd love to hear from you. We can chop it up, talk about this movie, talk about any other movies, whatever you want to do is cool with me. And hey, while you're in the active listener mode, why don't you get down there and hit that subscribe button? You can join the Super Not Funny Show family. And of course, you can always hit the notification bell. We really appreciate that. Join up. We make this community much bigger. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks once again for joining me on this review. Come back again. We're going to be reviewing many more things in this packed last half of 2021. It's going to be real fun. Lots of stuff to watch, lots of stuff to review. It's all good. Come back next time. Until then, I've been Mo Poupe, your resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.